My brother is accusing me of hooking up with his girlfriend. My 29M, brother 31M, who I'm very close to, has been dating a girl for a few months. Neither I nor the rest of the family has met her yet. My bro just randomly texted me this out of the blue with no other context. Hope it goes without saying here, but I've never met his GF, have never been to her place, and definitely have not been with her behind his back or anything. I immediately responded OFC, just saying how confused I am. And he said, all good, continued to deny it. I honestly respect it. I'm just at a loss for words. Literally my best friend in the world. My first thought is talk to our parents about it, but anything else I can do here? Brother's text message, transcript of the text message. Brother, just wanted to be direct with you. I know about you and I've known for a while. She wouldn't admit to it and lied about it multiple times, but somehow you ended up at her place. I wanted to give you the opportunity to be honest about it with mom and dad or not. It's your choice. Either way, I'm creating distance between us. Editor's note. OOP has made lots of updates in the comments throughout the day after the original post went up. The first 5 updates were made within the next 48 hours. Updates #1-#5 January 7th to 8th, 2026. Update number 1. He told me he saw text messages on my phone. I also sent him a screen record of all of my texts and recently deleted, but OFC he said even recently deleted can still be deleted. So I asked him which messages he's referring to and he said, if you want to completely put an end to this, so there's no speculation around what I may have seen or misinterpreted and completely prove me wrong, then instead of showing me texts that can be deleted, then show me the texts as they appear on your phone bill, where those can't be deleted. I'm on a prepaid plan called Mint. They said they don't have the ability to share text exchanges. I told my bro this and no response from him.
Calls go straight to VM.
I've involved the rest of our immediate family, and they're all as concerned as I am. My mom and I are about to do a welfare check on him. Update number 2. Mom and I went to his place. He wasn't there. We drove by his work and saw his car there. So hopefully he's in a stable state of mind at his workplace. I've seen a lot of people suggest drugs or MH stuff. He has a bad history with alcoholism, but it's been very controlled recently. No issues with drugs or MH as far as I know, and we've been close our entire lives. I've seen some suggestions of paranoia or schizophrenia, which I know can sometimes be sparked spontaneously by drug use. Only concern is the timing. Between the time he texted me and when mom and I confirmed him to be at work, about 2.5 hours had passed. He lives about a 20-minute drive to his work. So, hard to believe he'd take something, spontaneously get a bout of paranoia and or high, then drive the 20 minutes to his workplace, a white-collar office job at AF 500. But maybe he's more high-functioning than I believe. A few people have called me out saying this could all be fake. That's true, I don't have a way to prove it. But if it's fake, I don't have anything to gain. If it's real, I have everything to gain by potentially being in a position to not only salvage our relationship and family ties, but also be there for my brother when he needs me. And if I was in fact sneaking behind his back, I wouldn't go to our parents about it. It'd be easier to just deny it when confronted. Anyway, thanks everyone so far who've offered insight. Very helpful. He still hasn't returned my messages or calls, but he did text our mom everything is fine. Don't be worried. I'll call you after work. I've started to reach out to a few mutual friends of ours to see if they've noticed any behavioral changes or anything. Update number 3. Still no word from him, but was able to get a hold of a human from Mint. They're giving me my text logs, but I'll have them at some point within the next 35 days. For those asking if it's possible I could have been sleeping with her without knowing it, that's not possible. BC, I know what she looks like. He's shown me pics. I also know her name, but yes, I realize people can lie about their name. Either way, I would have recognized her face in person if I ever saw her. One possibility someone else pointed out, I have been seeing a new girl myself. He has my location. I guess it's theoretically possible both of them live in the same apartment complex, leading to him thinking I was staying with her. This is assuming his GF even lives in an apartment. I think this is unlikely though. We live in a medium-sized city. Odds of that are super low, but still possible I guess. Update number 4. It's been about 26 hours since the text at this point. Still no contact from him since yesterday about midday. He talked to mom yesterday and said everything was fine but that he was 100% not making it up and that he wouldn't make false accusations. He also said he first noticed I was texting his GF way back in November. Last time he noticed was on NY when we were hanging out, which I assume made him spiral to this point. I texted 4 different people on NY, and all of them are saved in my phone under their full name. One of them is a girl's name and does have a slight resemblance to his GF's name, but is not the same name. I would have been texting this girl in November too, so maybe this is where it all started? Still doesn't explain why he thinks I was ever over at her place, or also why he didn't just confront me about it when he first saw and thought it. I've reached out to a few mutual friends, one who we hung out with on NY. The mutual friend from NY said she noticed him acting weird on NY. Also, he texted her at 5:30 a.m. earlier this week saying, "We need to talk, I have a lot of stuff to update you on." According to her, this was very out of left field for him. When she texted and tried to call, she couldn't get a hold of him and her texts went unanswered. This was all the day before he sent the text to me. At this time, she still hasn't talked to him and doesn't know what he meant by that text. Another mutual friend talked to him on the phone shortly before New Year's. That mutual friend said he sounded fine overall, but he was complaining that he's been struggling financially, but didn't elaborate. I've never once heard him complain about money. Mom and Dad say he's never brought it up to them or once asked for help. A third mutual friend I talked to said he hung out with him this past weekend and all was normal, didn't exhibit any weird signs. This friend is taking a neutral side to things, doesn't think anything is medically wrong, and that we just need to work it out ourselves. No one else in the family has been in contact with him since yesterday. He's unshared his location with everyone. Our moms tried to call him, but they all go to VM. This is starting to affect our mom just as much as it's affecting me. We've always been a close family with no real drama. Not used to this. We're starting to lean toward it being caused by either one, drugs, or two, some kind of random mental episode, especially after hearing that one friend talk about his financial concerns. Now we all have the same question. How do we even go about getting him help if he really needs it? Update number 5. Still haven't heard from him personally, but he's been talking to my parents and sisters. Just telling them he believes it to be 100% true, but also stressing that he doesn't want this to mess up the family dynamic. It seems like business as usual for him, just avoiding me altogether. But at least he seems to be in a stable state of mind for now. All I can ask for is editor's note. OOP made the next 2 updates in a new continuing comment updates #6-7, January 9th, 2026 update number 6. Talked to the third mutual friend again this morning, who talked to my brother again yesterday. Now this mutual friend is fully taking my brother's side, saying our relationship is ruined, it'll be hard to come back from this, and that my bro is telling the truth. BC, what would he have to gain if this was all a lie? As of this morning, my bro is acting completely normally with the rest of our family. They believe me, but they're all saying he is just confused, and this will all blow over eventually. Basically, no one's talking it seriously. It seems like it's not affecting anyone else like it's affecting me. My mom was pretty upset the very first day, but she seems to be getting over it. Everyone is saying we just need to give him time, and he'll get over it. Talked to mutual friend number 1 again. She's fully on my side, and she said she'll help me get to the bottom of it. But not much else I can do at this point, I think. It took a while, but I found the GF on Facebook. I'm going to try to convince Mom to reach out to her to just at least see if she's okay. But doubtful Mom will do that. We'll probably say, oh, I'm sure she's okay. Let's just give them time and space. Also going to try to convince Dad to change the code to the alarm system on their house just for now, just to be safe. But I doubt he'll do it. All of these replies are very helpful. I've read nearly everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who's provided insight. I'm fully convinced that something's terribly wrong, either drugs or a mental health issue. Everyone else in the fam is saying just give it time and isn't really making an effort to figure out what's going on. So, I feel like I'm at a sort of an impasse. We'll probably pause the updates for now. It's been about 55 hours since that first text. Still no contact from him. My plan is to wait about 5 or 6 more days, then try and reach out again. Update number 7. I said I wouldn't update again, but this one's a big one. Earlier tonight, I finally got through to Mom and Dad. I sat them down and explained why I think he's going through something serious. They finally believe me that something's seriously wrong. They reached out to Bro in a shared group chat asking him to meet them at their place sometime this weekend so he can explain his reasoning for everything and lay out any proof he has. As of me writing this, he hasn't responded to either of them. Both of my sisters unfortunately still think nothing is wrong. One of my sisters even said, I don't know what's true and what is false. Mom and Dad have been talking to them as well, but I'm not sure what those conversations look like. We've also looped in other family members and friends. Mom messaged the girl on Facebook explaining how concerned she is, both for her, but also my bro. As of me writing this, no response from the girl. Dad changed the alarm code to their house tonight. He's also changing the house locks tomorrow. I keep thinking of Rob Reiner a few weeks ago. Think changing the alarm and locks is a good next step, just to be safe. Again, he presents to normally to everyone until he's directly confronted, in which case he doesn't reply. For example, Dad texted him earlier, how are you doing? He immediately responded back, I'm good. Dad the immediately sent, tell me what's going on between.
Talk to me.
I'm here for you. And no response to that text. Crickets. Similar with Mom. Glad I got through to my parents though. Sisters are next. I've found there's a mental health tip hotline in my city that's designed for situations like this. If neither of my parents hear from him by Monday, I'll call that hotline. But as many of you pointed out, he hasn't shown any violent tendencies yet, so not sure how helpful that will be. For everyone still asking, there is 0% shot I've hooked up with his girlfriend in the past. I've always known what she looks like, and I am fully confident I would recognize her in person. Yes, I've tried to call him directly. All of my calls go straight to VM. Yes, I've told him about how my girl's name is very similar in appearance to his GF's. He didn't respond to that statement. Not including the MH hotline, I feel there's not much I can do at this point. Update, January 15th, 2026 update to my post from 1 week and 1 day ago. First, want to thank everyone for their replies, comments, suggestions, and stories. I honestly think I read all of them, and they helped give me clarity in a lot of ways. Second, for everyone who said maybe I hooked up with her without realizing it, that's impossible. I've seen pictures of her and am fully confident I'd recognize her in person. Plus, I've been loyal to the same girl since early November, haven't had any other hookups. Many people were starting to ask for more updates and accusing me of karma farming, so wanted to make this update post. Others accused me of not including enough of our conversation, so I attached pictures of text threads I've had with him and 3 others the situation. Biggest update is, there isn't one. He's still not talking to me, as of this morning.
Calls still get sent to VM.
He's no longer talking to the family. He told my mom he'd talk to her eventually, but he's not ready to yet. Mom reached out to the girl on Facebook. The girl read the message but didn't respond to mom. My parents have replaced the locks on the doors, which he had a key to, and also changed the alarm code, which he had access to. I've looped in multiple people, as you can see from the text, but they're all either taking his side or taking a fully neutral stance. My 2 sisters are fully neutral. But my mom and dad realize something is wrong. Context on my brother and I's relationship. We aren't related by blood. We grew up together, basically inseparable. He even lived with us through high school. He calls my mom and dad, and refers to my family as his own family. He's also close to his biological family. I'm also close to his bio family. In my updates last week, I mentioned 3 mutual friends. Mutual friend 1 is his cousin, who I'm close to. Mutual friend 2 is his sister, which I'm not close to, but only BC, she's not local to us. Mutual friend 3 is his brother, who I'm close to. Texts with my bro are pics 1 to 7. Texts with mutual friend 1 are pics 8 to 12. Texts with mutual friend 3 are pics 13 to 18. I also talked to a mutual friend 4, and those are pics 19 and 20. My mom spoke to mutual friend 2 BC, she's much closer to her than I am. That's when his sister shared that he's been having some financial difficulties. Like I said, I feel everyone is either taking a neutral stance or taking his side. I'm probably coming across as crazy to them. Or as some sort of drama queen. As many of you pointed out, it's virtually impossible for me to clear my name here, even if I do get the text records. I'm just seriously concerned for him and frustrated that no one seemed to be taking it seriously. It's starting to hit my parents pretty hard though. My dad considers him a second son and, as the only real father figure my bro has ever had, told me a couple of days ago that he feels like he failed him. I've felt sick to my stomach for the past 8 days. We've never gone this long without contact. And, along with my parents, I just feel totally alone through this whole situation. I know at this point I should just give it time and let everything play out. I just hate it. Worst start to the year imaginable. Any and all advice would be welcome. The text messages editor's note. For the full transcripts of the 4 text conversations OOP had with different people, they can be found here in the original BORU. Below are the summaries of text conversations as more space are needed for this latest update. Please note that friend number 2 is not mentioned here, but it's the sister of OOP's brother. There was no text messages with a sister. First transcript of the text messages between OOP and his brother. Brother accuses OOP of secretly texting and meeting with a girl the brother has been talking to, claiming he saw incriminating texts and confirming his suspicions, and says he's creating distance regardless. OOP is shocked and he denies the accusation, insisting he has never met or texted the girl, provides screenshots of his messages and deleted texts, and asked for clarification. Brother dismisses this, saying texts can be deleted, and challenges OOP to prove his innocence using his phone records. OOP agrees, contacts his carrier to request the records, expresses hurt and concern that his brother would believe this, reassures him he would never betray him, and repeatedly offers to talk, ending by affirming his love despite the brother remaining distant. Second transcript of the text messages between OOP and friend number 1. OOP reaches out to friend number 1 after his brother suddenly accuses him of wrongdoing, explaining he isn't angry but concerned and believes the accusation is completely unfounded. He asks whether friend number 1 has noticed any changes in brother's behavior and shares screenshots of the confrontation, noting their mom says brother claims he saw incriminating texts months earlier, something OOP insists is impossible given who he actually texted. Friend number 1 agrees the situation is strange, has reached out to the brother, but was asked to stay out of it. OOP expressed worries, saying other people are taking sides, his relationship with his brother may be permanently damaged, and brother is refusing to speak with him or their family, which feels out of character. Third transcript of text messages between OOP and friend number 3. OOP contacts friend number 3 out of concern after brother accuses him of secretly texting with the girl the brother is seeing, which OOP strongly denies and says is completely out of character for him. He explains brother has gone silent, unshared his location, and claims to have seen incriminating texts on OOP's phone that never existed. Friend number 3 says brother seems fine otherwise and believes the accusation, claiming brother recognized the girl's number, though no concrete evidence is provided. OOP expresses worry that brother may be experiencing paranoia or delusions, noting he never confronted OOP directly, has been ruminating on this since November, demanding phone records, and refuses to talk until he gets them. Friend number 3 is unsure what to do and doubts this is a health issue. He advises giving the brother space and waiting for phone logs, reassuring OOP of his support. Fourth and last transcript of text messages between OOP and friend number 4 in the final 2 screenshots. Friend number 4 is in gray bubbles. OOP is in blue bubbles. OOP shares with friend number 4 a message his brother sent to their mother claiming he personally saw OOP texting the girl, which reinforces OOP's concerns that his brother is convinced of something that never happened. Friend number 4 reacts with concern, reaches out to check in with the brother, and later reports that he seems normal but stressed due to work. OOP reiterates that seeing things that aren't there and refusing to communicate feels more serious than stress and fears the relationship may be beyond repair, though his main concern remains his brother's mental health. Friend number 4 reassures OOP that time will likely heal the situation and promises to update him if anything concerning arises. Additional information from OOP. Meant to say, that very first text is intended to show we were doing our normal thing literally just the day before. We used to play the daily games on LinkedIn and send them to each other as a competition. As of this morning, he's even blocked me on LinkedIn. Of all places, new update, final update, January 26, 2026. This will likely be my last update. Almost 3 weeks later, and still no word from my bro, or any of his bio family, or our mutual friends. I got the text records this past Friday. Immediately sent them to him, and sent him a text letting him know. No response to either. Today, Monday, I sent a text to both his bio brother as well as his cousin, each of which I was close to. Explained to them I sent him the records as he requested and he hasn't responded, and I believe that's more incriminating on him than it is on me. His bio brother said he can't make him talk to me but that he'll try to get through to him. But he also said the last time they spoke, my bro said he didn't care about seeing the records. His cousin went off on me and said he doesn't want to be my friend anymore and doesn't fuck with me or my family any longer. She said friendships and all the time, and this is one of those situations. So yeah, I guess I'm at the end of my rope here. Good news is I've gotten through to my sisters, and they both believe something is up with him. But he still refuses to talk to me or my parents. With his cousin basically confirming he doesn't want to be in our lives anymore, my dad has started the process to take him out of the will. And sucks for me. Feel like I've been grieving over the past few weeks, and don't think I'll get better anytime soon. I know best thing to do now is just get my mind off the whole situation. Try to forget as best I can. Try to move forward. And take care of myself. For anyone who's ever lost a best friend or even a family member, how did you move forward? I'm interested in hearing what I can do make these next step easier for me. Thanks to everyone. Again, relevant comments, commenter 1. I've been following from the beginning, and I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Are we able to get a bit of information around your family and friends? Are you all American? I'm just trying to piece together everyone's behavior. Why does no one seem concerned? Why do you think they are isolating you specifically? It just seems so odd. Everyone is like, that's just life. Oh, sure. We're American, from the South. He is black, me and my family are white. My bro and I haven't lived close to one another since I moved away at 18, but we've talked literally every single day. Never more than a week or so at most. I just moved back to our hometown in September after 11 years away. Was looking forward to hanging with him often again. I'm close to his bio family, always have been. He lived with me and my parents from when he was 14 to 18. Fully integrated with my family. As I said, he's even an inheritor in my dad's will. I've mentioned it in previous update posts, but he struggled with alcoholism, but it's been controlled recently. Aside from that, all of this behavior is completely out of left field. Downvoted commenter. Feels kind of crazy to cut someone out of a will for a falling out that's gone on for literally less than 3 weeks. OOP. Ick. He's not responding to my mom and dad's multiple texts. And his cousin this morning said he doesn't fuck with my family anymore. I don't think cutting him out of the will is that unreasonable. I obviously wish it were different. But I think this is us looking for closure as a family commenter too. Such a crazy situation. Very sorry you have to go through this. He must be at home at some point, no? Like there must be a way to just stake him out and confront him? It would be so hard for me to just let this go. The unfairness would be unbearable. Anyway, here's hoping you get some clarity. OOP. I really want to confront him about it. But everyone I speak to says that's not the greatest idea. I might let everything cool off and try to do it, but yes, it's so frustrating. I've literally been pulling my hair out. Top comment. Dude, like he told his bio brother, he never cared about the records. He just wants someone to blame. He focused on you for whatever reason. He's not mentally okay, you know? The cousin is also right. You can't make him hear you out. You can't make him acknowledge that you didn't do shit with his GF. He just wants to be a petulant child and assign blame and stick his fingers in his ears and refuse to be rational. I'd forget the guy if he wants to act like that he can kick rocks.